Hello everyone, I'm Chandrika and from today we are learning a new programming language called Python. So to start with Python, first let us understand some of the terminologies associated with programming languages and how to install Python. All these things we're going to discuss in this first session. If you ask any computer student or any programmer, what is a program? What is a programming? They'll tell a program is a set of instructions. So what is an instruction? Instruction is a solution to the problem which is given in step-by-step manner. So let us take an example. Here, if you can see, directions to the nearest petrol bunk can be given in English, Tamil, Kannada, Hindi or many other languages. As long as the peoples you're talking to understand the language, they'll get to the destination. That means telling someone you have to follow these procedure or these steps to reach petrol bunk. You have to take left from your location, go straight for 300 meters, then take right. All these things, all these instructions will be given even by Google Maps. What is it? It's an instruction. So that is how we start giving instructions to the computer, that is called as program. So program is written in different languages and different languages has its own grammar. We call it as syntax. In all the languages we talk to communicate with each other, we use something called as grammar to make the understanding or the communication clear. Here in programming languages, we use syntax to make the communication clear. So syntax is nothing but certain rules associated with the language. So here in Python, if I want to add two numbers, add 3 and 4, I'll just give 3 plus 4. But in other programming languages, it may be different. For example, in Scheme programming language, it's plus 3, 4, it should be expressed like this. So just like any normal language which we use to communicate, programming language also comes with certain set of rules. Here we call it as syntax. Then what is a bug? So bug is something which we encounter when the computer is not able to do whatever the work we are giving to it. That is, if we're telling computer to open a file which doesn't exist, or if we are telling a computer to keep track of information and we're sending more information than the computer can handle, that may end up in a bug. Or maybe we are telling a computer to do some task without telling it how to end, like unending task. So all these things end up in bug. It's not that programmers do it deliberately, but it just happens. They cannot avoid. Any programmer cannot deliberately create these bugs, but they cannot avoid that end up in creation of bugs. So every programmer have to keep this in mind, have to minimize the bug. Like all of us are familiar with mobile usage. Mobile applications these days are giving um, updation of the apps, like this a new update is available for your app. That kind of notification we usually seem to get. So what is the reason? There are only two reasons. Either there is a bug and they want to remove that bug, for that they've given the updation, or uh, e- they have added some more additional features to the application. In most of the cases, it is the bug because of which the updates will be released. So as a programmer, when you're writing a program, we have to keep in mind to minimize the number of bugs, and have to keep in mind the severity of the bugs should be very minimal. All these three types of brackets can be called as brackets, but still to keep the distinction and to keep the understanding simpler, we'll be using these terminologies like parenthesis for this, brackets, normal bracket. Then for square brackets, we're using the term bracket, and for curly brackets or flower brackets, we call it as braces in the upcoming slides. Then coming to the installation of Python executable file can be downloaded from this website www.python.org/downloads. You can download for the latest version for your Windows, like if you're using Windows 8, Windows 10, and 64-bit version or 32-bit version, depending on the operating system you're using, you can download the executable file and run. Just like any other software installation, you just have to go through the instructions given in the executable file. Once you run it, it will give you instructions. Just follow the instructions. You can install Python. And once you're done, if you want to check whether the Python is installed correctly or not, you can go to command prompt and type Python --version. It will give you the version of the Python installed on your system. As you can see here, in my system, I have installed Python 3.8.3, which is clearly visible here. If at all you want to know where exactly the Python is installed, what is the location of the Python file, you can give var.exe space Python. It will show you the location of the Python file in your system. For this Python series, I have referred a book called Practical Programming 2nd edition, An Introduction to Computer Science Using Python 3 by Paul Grace, Jennifer Campbell, and Jason Montojo. You can also refer the book. The book is quite easy to go through. So we'll meet in the next video. Thanks for watching.